to be talking about solving one-step equations using fractions by the subtraction method. Okay, here's our first example. We have 1/3 plus x equals 4/5. Now we want to isolate the x on this side of the equation by itself. So to get that x by itself, we've got to get rid of the number that is with that variable. So to get rid of this 1/3, what do? We're going to minus 1/3 from both sides. So we're going to subtract 1/3 from this side, and we're going to subtract 1/3 from this side. Remember, if we do it to one side, we have to do it to the other. All right, our 1/3s are going to cancel because they equal 0, leaving us with x equals. Now, in order to add or subtract fractions, we have to have common denominators. Now, we can find a common denominator two ways. We can use the LCM and find the common denominator, or we can multiply the denominators together. So if we multiply the denominators together, we're going to multiply 5 times 3, which gives me 15. So this would be 15, and this one would be 15. Now, to find the numerator, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see 5 times what will give me 15? 3. Now, if I use 3 to multiply on the bottom, I've also got to multiply 3 to the top. So what would 4 times 3 be?
12.
12. All right, now let's do the bottom fraction. 3 times what gives me 15? 5. Okay, 5. And then if I do it to the bottom, I also got to multiply it to the top. So 5 times 1 is?
5.
5. Now we're using subtraction. So to solve this, we're going to subtract the numerators. What is 12 minus 5?
7.
Be 7. And then our denominator stays the same. So my answer is going to be x equals 7/15. And if I want to see if I'm correct, I can check this by substituting 7/15 in for x, adding it to 1/3 to see if I get 4/5. Let's do another example. Example number 2. X plus 5/8 equals 4/6. Here again, we want to get the variable x by itself. So this is a positive 5/8. So to get rid of it, we're going to subtract negative 5/8 to both sides. Okay, positive 5/8 minus 5/8, those are cancel because it gives me 0 equals. And in here again, my denominators are different, so I've got to find a common denominator. I can use LCM, or I can multiply the denominators. 6 times 8 gives me
48.
48. Now, to find my numerator, I'm going to say 6 times what gives me 48?
8.
8. If I multiply the 8 to the bottom number, I'm also going to multiply the 8 to the top number, the numerator. So 8 times 4 is? 32. Now let's do the bottom fraction. 8 times what gives me 48?
6.
6. Here again, if I multiply the bottom number by 6, got to multiply the top number. 5 times 6 is? 30. So now I am subtracting my numerators. 32 minus 30 is 2. And my denominator stays the same. Now this one is not in simplest form, so we're going to simplify it. What's a number that will go into 2 and 48?
6.
2. 2 goes into 2 how many times?
1.
1 time.
124.
And then 2 goes into 48. If we don't know that, well, how many times does 2 go into 4? 2 times. How many times does 2 go into 8?
4.
4 times. So our answer is going to be 1/24 in simplest terms. Or if it doesn't ask it for in simplest terms, then your